Okay, if you ever thought to yourself, hey, I want to go to Denmark and see if I can find an Elvis Presley museum, you're in luck, you can. And I just happened to stumble upon it. It's kind of here in the middle of nowhere. I don't think there's any big towns around or any big cities around, but I was driving down the highway to Copenhagen from northern Denmark, and I saw a sign that said Memphis Mansion, and it had a picture of Elvis's face. So I pulled it up on my maps, and it opens at 10 o'clock. And I will be there at 10:05 a.m. One of my favorite places is Graceland. So I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what the Danish take is on Elvis Presley. I don't know if his family's from Denmark, or if he has Danish roots, or if he came over here and did something, but this kind of, yeah, I'm baffled. There's cars here. There's people here. What the hell's going on? Elvis fans parking. I can't believe this is happening right now. I'm being thrown for a loop right now. You know, it can be fun to be baffled and just perplexed and shocked, and you know, you get fewer and fewer of those things, I think, as you get older, especially in a good way. You know, I think you can be shocked by how ridiculous things get and how foolish people can be, but Graceland? A mini Graceland? In Denmark? Elvis fans parking. God, this is the strangest feeling. Elvis is one of the most familiar, fundamental kind of experiences for me, and to be so far from home in a place that is so not familiar to me, listening to Elvis music, this is very odd. It feels like a dream. It's strange because it's really grounding, but I know that I'm gonna wake up. I have to get back in my Croatian car, drive back through Denmark to some place I've never been before. And but for a moment, I just feel like I'm home. This is really strange. This house is an exact copy of the one that Elvis grew up in, that was built by his father. This is just... Oh, right now I'm upstairs in the conference room dining area. There's something about something so familiar and foundational in my life, something that feels like a safe zone, safe place for me. Being a part of me pushing my limits and pushing forward in life, going to unfamiliar places, unfamiliar lands, going on a journey of the unknown, moving forward into change and flexibility. Something about this being here is really, really uncomfortable for me. It creates like a shaking in my mind and my emotions. It feels really dangerous, like I don't quite know how to explain it. But there's a few things. Number one is that Elvis got older and then he died and he's dead. And this is the past. But it's a past that I'm tempted to hide inside of and never leave. I'm tempted to adopt the past as my present and future and let it be my total reality. Because the real present and the real future are shockingly unstable for me. And I don't really appreciate how unstable life is and how out of control everything feels. How much it feels like there is no foundation. Until I have an experience like this with something that feels so foundational, so much from my childhood, so rooted, so clean. Like everything Elvis makes sense. The way that I knew him was not as a complicated person. That was not his persona. His movies are cut in your eye. His music is straightforward. There's no challenges there. There's only familiarity, there's comfort, there's order. And I'm trying to walk into the impossible. I'm trying to do the impossible. And so I just feel like I can't have a foot in both worlds. And it's really, really uncomfortable for me to experience this, to be here right now. Creates a feeling of anxiety. Like my psyche is gonna fall apart. Like I'm gonna break. And I don't fully understand it, but hopefully I did a decent job of explaining it. There's something in me that just wants to live in this world. Just wants to stay in the safety of the past. And it's not the real past. It's a particular narrative of the past. It's a safe narrative. But this life really is like a rocking ship. It is. I don't know what to do with all this. Just gonna kind of let it happen, let it process, see what comes of it. Part of me just wants to go home, get a 9-to-5 job, work on old cars, listen to old music, and not participate in modern or future life. And I need to honor that part, recognize it. I can't let it call the shots, but it's a real thing that is worth letting out. It has a place at the table. It has a voice. I need to remember that. I'm about to walk out the doors now, and I'm going to be in Denmark, driving a rental car through Europe again. And I feel like I need to toughen up. I need to toughen up and get ready for that, for the war of life, for the uncertainty, the unfamiliar life, the unknown, the darkness, the chaos. I need to toughen up and get ready for that. But I think I'm just going to stay open. Let's keep that going. Let's see if I can't carry that vulnerability and openness with me out the doors from this womb. Let's see if I can be born from this familiar, safe, secure place into the uncertainty of the present and the future, into the unknown. I can always go back to hard. I can always go back to tough. I can always go back to war. You know, I'm really surprised what this has revealed for me, which is how scary life feels. Man, I didn't realize it until I was in a place that felt so familiar and safe. But, wow, life must be really scary for me. It's funny to speak about that as if I'm speculating about my own emotions, but I thought I knew myself